Hi guys, here we are, MMA UK News. Stoomboy, as always, here with the queen of MMA UK News, Katie Hunter, who currently in Mexico at the moment, in Cancun, sunning herself, enjoying herself. So, yeah, we're going to be talking about Cage Warriors Academy Wales. So it's going to be now. I hope I say this right. It's at the Abbey Vale. It's going to be at the Abbey Vale. So. Obviously, again, unbelievable card. Cage Warriors Academy always put on great cards, great amateurs from all over. All over. I'll be descending on the Abbey Vale next Saturday, the 8th of October. So, our next guest tonight or today, Frazer Hirsch. So, Frazer Hirsch Results Gym in Forfar. So, Frazer got the call quite late. Obviously, he's not had much time to prepare, but yeah, he's always ready, always raring to go. So we always love seeing Frazer. We always love seeing him out there. Great character, great personality. Everything's brilliant about him. Great beard as well. Look at that beard, man.
The best beard in Scottish MMA.
Yes.
That's so, yeah.
So Frazer's going to be obviously a couple of his teammates are on as well. We've got James Patty and obviously Aaron Towns just been announced for the, I believe, the bantamweight title fight as well. So obviously the Results Gym are going to be well represented next Saturday. So Frazer, absolute pleasure as always, buddy.
Yeah, looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. You know, obviously I'd seen guys looking for a match and that, and James Patty was on. So I was like, I'm going to be going down to support him. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I was like, may as well fight. You know, the guy was looking for a match. He had been looking, I think it was near the light heavyweight, and I thought, nah, it's a bit heavy for us. You know, it's a bit heavy. So he came down to 90 kilos. So, all right, it's a wee bit heavier than normally fight at middleweight, but it's the same day weigh-in, so I kind of see him putting on huge amounts of weight after it. And it's one of those ones. It's another tall guy, so it's just standard. Another big tall guy. So it's just another one like the same as the rest of them, you know. So it's standard. So yeah, looking forward to it. Obviously, I've been training. It's not like since the last fight. I took a few days, probably a week off. I'd been away to UFC Paris and that, and then was just been back in training, and then obviously the fight came up. So training got ramped up a wee bit, but I've been doing loads anyway. So you know, I think this is going to be the first fight that I'm not going to hit cut weight for. So I'm sitting about 89 kilos just now. So that's about
it. Have you done same day weigh-ins before?
Yeah, most of all the other fights, I think, except the last fight there was the day before, and the one time I fought down in England, Carlisle, was the day before. But generally, they're just same day weigh-ins.
Yeah. So it must help to be fighting at pretty much your walk-around weight on same day weigh-ins.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I've never had the pleasure of doing that, you know. Yeah, so we'll find out. Might be a good thing, might be a bad thing. I don't know. We'll find out. But you know, I don't know. Sometimes I quite enjoy the week before. You're like, right, I need to be on weight, so there's that extra bit of discipline in there. You just got to be disciplined a wee bit more with yourself. So that, you know, I like that side, the discipline side of it. You know, we're like, no, I need to be there. I've got weight to cut. So it was kind of good. It was I feel old saying this. It was my oldest daughter's 18th birthday party yesterday. So it was a big spread and all that on. So if I'd been cutting down to middleweight, it'd be like, nah, I can't touch any of that. I can't eat anything to eat. So there was a big spread and that on. So I managed to was able to eat, you know, not eat what I wanted, but you know, a couple of sausage rolls and you know, a bit of cake. So that was good in that sense, you know.
And so, Frazer, your oldest daughter's 18. The guy that you're fighting's 23. Like,
do you? It's like fighting my kid or something. You know? I didn't even know how old the bloke was, to be honest. But you know, anytime I fight, it's like, they're 10 years younger than us. You know, minimum they're 10 years younger.
Do you feel like they've got the advantage, or you've got the advantage? You've obviously got the fight advantage, the experience.
Yeah, I'm still only 25 in my head, so he's only 2 years younger than us.
But it doesn't count.
A bit more. I think I've had a few more fights and I'm a bit more experienced. But you know, the guy's not going to be no walkover. I know that. He's from a good gym, good Shore MMA, obviously a good gym down there. Welsh MMA seems to be, you know, they're doing pretty well, churning out some good amateurs, good pros. So, it's going to be good. You know, and that's what I want. I didn't want a fight where you go in and batter the guy, or, you know, I want a fucking war, a good tough fight, you know. So,
how do you feel going into enemy territory? Because like he is a Shaw mixed martial arts fighter, and it's Richard Shaw putting on the card and matching the so that it's going to be packed with their fans. How do you feel about that?
Well, it doesn't bother me. It does not bother me. You know, feed off that. You know, You know, if the crowd's giving me shit or something, who cares? You know what I mean? Be even better once to beat the guy and be like, fuck yes. That doesn't bother me at all. You know what I mean? I think I'm experienced enough as to say, like, so what? Who cares? You know what I mean? Like, what are they going to do? Make some noise? Like, fuck, I've been through loads of shit in life where, you know, that's not going to put me off. It's not going to put me off one bit. I'll feed off it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, going into obviously Wales, right? Going into his home territory, right? And obviously having all the people, but you've been on both sides before. I mean, you've been in enemy territory before. You've been in obviously you, because remember Goliath. I mean, when you walked out at Goliath, it was pandemonium. Do you know what I mean? Like everybody was there to see you. Do you know what I mean? And then obviously when Tom Lamb walked out, he was getting booed and all that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? So,
kind of wild. Like I think I only sold maybe about 45 tickets or something, but then because I was in Scotland, everybody knows I was fighting an English guy, so like Tom probably did get a shitty reception, and you know what I mean? But, it is what it is, you know.
But that's what makes it. I mean, that's the atmosphere, whether it's good or bad. Do you know what I mean? Because I've been in some places where the person, there's two people fighting, and the home person comes out, and all the fans are booing the home person. Do you know what I mean? I've seen that. I saw that Holy Town Havoc. I remember it was Mark Ewan and Michael Blair fighting. And obviously Michael Blair came out. Obviously he was the hit squad guy, and everybody was
the home guy,
When Mark Ewan came out, even though he's also from Scotland, just along the road, everybody was like, boo, hated him. You know what I mean? So that's the atmosphere. I mean, that's something that as a fighter you're going to feed off, regardless if it's positive or negative.
Yeah. Bring it on. Boo me all you want. Who cares? I'm going to show you how it's done.
I'm loving the confidence.
Yeah, you've got to be, you know what I mean? If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. So
yeah,
why not?
It's fantastic.
Yeah. And obviously Goliath as well. I mean, you're fighting at Goliath. Tom Lamb, you mentioned, obviously big guy, really big guy.
He was a fucking unit, man.
He came out and looked big. Do you know what I mean?
I'm actually raging because a couple of my pals were like that after it. Oh, fuck's sake, Frazer. We've seen your opponent come out and think, oh, fucking hell, he's fucking huge. He's fucking going to kill Frazer. I was like, fuck you. I was like, come on in. You know what I mean? And then obviously the fight got going and they're like, oh no, he's doing all right. He's fine. You know? All right, cheers for the support, guys.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Well, he did. But hey, you know, big tall guy, covered in tattoos. I think he'd been on the sunbeds and that, so he had the nice tan and all that, you know. But he looked a mean, scary guy, like, you know what I mean? He did. Wouldn't, you know, who would want to meet him up a dark alleyway on a Friday night? Nobody, you know, like, fuck.
But that was the thing. I mean, even though the size of him, it didn't. It was one thing. It never put you off. That kind of spurred you on to go out and obviously put on the performance that you did. I mean, and that was. I remember talking to you after it and saying that was probably one of the best performances I've seen you in. Do you know what I mean? That was a really good fight by you. I mean, very mature. Obviously, you were picking your punches. You were choosing your moments and so on. So you weren't careless. You didn't. Everything was calculated. Everything you done.
Yeah, that's what we've been trying to work on. No, I think I said in the last interview, it was like George sat us down, me, and Gene as well, and just says, "Look, lads, you still need to learn another combination of this and that. We need to get this fight IQ because we've got enough experience in there. Now we need to start ramping it up to the next level where you need to be using this fight IQ, and you know you're doing stuff for a reason, and you know you're rather than just going out there and throwing punches and shooting takedowns or whatever. He says it needs to be calculated. You need to start being clever and move up to the next level and stuff. So we really, really worked on that fight IQ, and we've also carried it right over, and we've been working on this. Camp. We've been training, you know, and Jim had her fight, so we've been training, you know. It wasn't like we kind of didn't have this or training camp or such. We just train, you know. All right, you've got a fight coming up, you ramp it up a bit and whatnot, But yeah, the fight IQ stuff is like been trying to be clever. You know, I think it worked well. The proof is in the pudding. You've seen the fight, you know, so it really worked. And it didn't, as much as I was in there, he didn't hear anything for us, I felt, you know. And the fight.
Yeah, I was really impressed with your composure and the way that you didn't rush in when, like, you had him hurt a couple of times, but you kind of stood back and waited for the moment to go again.
Yeah. So again, just trying to be clever, but I was fucking raging because at one point I took him down, had him up against the cage, I had his neck, and he was on the ground, and I started punching him. And then fucking James, the referee, was like, "Oh, you hit him in the back of the head." So I took my eye off the ball for half a second, and then he fucking popped up. I'm like, "Fuck's sake, James, man. Wasn't I hitting him in the back of the head?" You know what I mean? So I was like, "Ah." But, you know, that kind of fucking annoyed us. But yeah, that's the rules. If I was hitting him in the back of the head, I reckon I wasn't there. But he's the referee at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
And that's like I was talking to James Patty earlier today, and he was saying that obviously after Goliath, and not just after Goliath, but on top as well, obviously went back, and then George changed things up a wee bit as well in the training. So, and again, as you said, to use that fighter IQ, to use that experience you've got, so you just change things up a little bit in your training.
Yeah, definitely. The training. I don't want to give too much away what we've been working on and etc. But yeah, George's fight IQ is unbelievable. Like, you know, he's been around for years. Okay, you know, his kickboxing career is phenomenal. Like, you know, he knows his stuff, and it's just, even now, like, going and sparring with George, it's like fucking hell. It's just crazy. Even the way he fights, the way he moves, even for a big guy, it's just crazy, and he's so intelligent, you know what I mean? It's mind blowing, some of the stuff he's been teaching us, and you know what he can do, and he's, you know, trying to push us on to that next level. And it's great to watch him coach us as well, because he feeds off it. You know, he loves it. He loves seeing us in there doing better. You know, he loves seeing the stuff he's taught us going into practice and that as well. So yeah, he's phenomenal. You know, even that, you know, not just in that side, the kickbox, you know, obviously results, Jim's got the kickboxing team as well. And I think up at the Scottish Championships there, like last week or the week before, it was like they finished third overall, and there was only 20 of them, you know, and there was only the bigger teams, bigger teams that got more medals and stuff. I think they were in, I think George says it was like 30 finals, all through all the different categories and everything. So, you know, we're a wee team, you know, up here in Angus, but we punch above our weight, you know. Would this be, it's a numbers game, you know. We didn't have huge amounts of numbers of guys on the mats where you go down to Glasgow, Central Belt, you know, further down south. So, you know, not quantity but quality.
Yeah. Well, we see that. I mean, Cage Warriors Academy, we've got three guys from the gym. Obviously yourself, we've got James Patty, and then we mentioned Aaron Towns just been announced as well for the bantamweight title. So obviously 3 guys from a small gym in Forfar. Do you know what I mean? So, and it just shows, do you know what I mean, that what you guys are doing something special at Results Gym.
Yeah, just standing there training, learning, trying to progress, you know what I mean? So it is good. It's good, and it's good, you know, having the guys in there, and we're all feed off each other. And you know, now that the 3 of us are fighting, we're all going to be there pushing each other, encouraging each other. You know, it's just the positive vibes, you know, the good vibes, positive vibes are there, you know. It's really good. And
the fights are quite close together as well. Because I believe, as Patty was saying,
I don't know. I've not checked them out. I just can't fight, So I think James checked them out. I think he's on first. Can't remember.
Because I think he's match 13.
12 or something.
He's match 13. He was saying you're match 17, and then obviously
he's the main man, you know.
Yeah, so it's good that you're all quite close together. Do you know what I mean? In regards, because obviously, again, Patty was saying about the adrenaline right? Because obviously Patty will be getting ready to go on, and then he'll be getting all pumped up, which then means because you're only 4 fights after it, is then getting you pumped up as well.
Yeah.
And by the time Aaron steps on, man, it's going to be unbelievable.
I don't know. It's weird there, trying to keep calm. You know, I don't like to get wired to the moon, like, and have that adrenaline dump. I try and keep calm and just got in the back of my mind. It's just a hard sparring session, but you've got 2,000 mad Welsh fans that hate you watching you, but you'll be all right. You know, what's the worst that can happen?
Will the result of his fight affect you? Like, if he... Okay.
Nah, obviously I want him to win. Hoping he's going to win. He's going out there 100% to win, but hey, if he doesn't win, he doesn't win. It's what can you do? It's somebody's got to lose. You know, it's 50-50 chance. You know, it's one of those ones, is it? It's just now it's my turn to go and do my job and hope and get the win. You know, that's the attitude, I think.
Yeah,
Stone Cold Killer.
Moment. Well, I was going to say as well, it's going to be your Rocky moment going to Wales. Because obviously, remember Rocky going to Russia, walked into Russia, man. All the Russian fans hated him. By the end of it, they all loved him. They were all chanting his name.
Yeah. Maybe that'll happen. You know, is this guy? What's the Ivan Dragov? Is he going to come out like that? Like Mean Machine.
But by the end of it, they're all shouting. All the Wales fans shout, "Frazer, Frazer."
I wouldn't put money on that. If you beat him, I wouldn't put money on them suddenly deciding that they love you.
Maybe get the crowd going. Right, Stoom, if I beat the guy and I get the crowd going, you'll do me a tenner, all right? We'll put a bet on.
Listen, if I hear Frazer, mate, I'll give you that tenner, mate. I'll come up the results, Jim, and deliver that tenner to you, mate.
And Frazer, you've got another fight coming up as well, because this is why I was confused when Stoom said about this one. I thought your other one was only like a couple of weeks later, but it's actually on the 5th of November, right?
Yeah, remember.
Over in Germany.
Yeah, in Germany.
Yeah, I will now.
Yeah. So it came about just we fought on the guy showdown in Carlisle. Michael Tedham, Vision MMA, Combat Vision MMA. And he obviously runs the shows and that, so he's got some contacts. He brings guys over since. So he was like, "Oh, you want to fight in Germany?" I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, put my name forward." So he says, "I've got you a match," and I was like, I actually forgot all about it. It was the way back in June when I was. It was the way back in June. I was on holiday, right? I was on holiday, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I've got you this fight." He says, "But it's not middleweight." He says, "The guy normally fights welterweight." So he says, "Would you come in agreement and fight him at 80 kilos? So I was like, I was on holiday, right? I was fucking half pissed, been having fun with the family and all that. I was like, "Yeah, fuck it." So he found me that, and then he sent us this picture. He says, "Right, I need a fight pose with you." Whatever it was in this picture, right? So if you see the fight picture, I was at the water park with the family. I had a few drinks, had a few beers that day, and it was later on in the afternoon, and I says to the wife, I says to Avril, I says, "Look, he's annoying me, he needs a fight picture." I says, "But it's got to be like this and all that." So I says, "Right, we'll try and find a quiet place in the water park to take this picture with your white background and all that." So I'm over there, right? Hadn't really been training, fat as fuck, been drinking and eating all week and all that, standing in the water park trying to do all these fight poses. And then people started walking past, like, check, what is this fucking idiot doing there? So you see the fight poster. If you see the fight poster, it's funny. I was just at that water park trying to get this fight pose the way he wanted it and all that. And then the guy next to us, the opponent, man, he's shredded to fuck. He looks ripped as anything, the six pack's busting out and all that, and I'm standing there like, fuck. Hilarious.
You see people taking photos all the time. Like, I'm seeing it all around the hotel, and like girls making their boyfriends take like 100 pictures from all different angles. And I love that everyone would have just thought that you were trying to get a picture of yourself looking hard with your wife taking.
Yeah, that's shit, you know, and like they must have been thinking, "What is this fat idiot doing? He can't fight. Look at the state of him," you know.
He's at a water park making out that he's a fighter.
I got just put the beer down, you know what I mean? I'd put the beer down, I'd be thinking, "Oh, fucking need to get this photo done. He keeps annoying me." And it was just hilarious, yeah. So, and then like,
so the fight is still at 80 kilos.
Yeah, Yeah. So
I think it's a really good thing that you don't have to cut for this fight then, because I think cutting then and then trying to cut again like 4 weeks later probably isn't the best for your body.
No, I probably wouldn't have took it if I had to do the kind of two. So
yeah,
when I do get down to it, I normally like discipline myself when I'm sitting at 83 kilos, when I do have to get down to middleweight. So it's just a case of another 3 kilos, and I'm quite strict when it comes to my diet and all that. So I didn't really cut the weight, you know, like I'm not saying like the week before I'll maybe be about 87. So it's just 3 kilos where I jump in the sauna, hot tub, watch a meeting, drink a wee bit more water. So this time we'll just have to be that wee bit more stricter. You know, after this fight I'll come back, I'll just watch my diet a bit more, maybe reduce what I'm eating as the weeks go on. So it's only like 4 and a bit weeks or something, and then just watch what I'm doing. And then if I have to, you know, maybe jump in a salt bath or something to try and get the last couple of kilos off, I just have to do it.
We have one cheat meal and a day before weigh-ins.
Yeah, I made sure I was like, I'm not doing 80 kilos unless it's the day before. So that was agreed. So get to weigh in on the Friday.
Cool. And so after Cage Warriors in Wales, will you have one naughty meal and some beers there, or are you back in fight camp immediately?
I don't really drink. I'm not a huge drinker. Like yesterday, the booze was flowing here at the party, you know, and all that, and they had the cocktail bar and everyone. They tired the cocktail bar, and the guy was calling me fucking names because I wouldn't have drink it. And then I said, "Excuse me, a non-alcoholic one." And he wouldn't make us a non-alcoholic one, so I had a wee half a glass of pina colada just bring me out, you know. So to keep everybody happy, but it doesn't bother me. I don't need to drink, you know. I can have fun without having to have a beer or whatever. But I might have a wee cheap meal, and then, you know, after a win down in Wales, I'll have a meal, I don't know, and then just have to get straight back to it, start getting the weight off, and I'll do it. I'm disciplined, strict, I'm disciplined, self-discipline, I'll do it, no bother.
What is the cheat meal of choice?
Don't know, I'll eat anything, like something greasy and fatty probably. Go to Nando's or something.
Let me ask, how beneficial has Catch 22 been?
Oh, fuck, brilliant. I've had Sean Voss, what is he, 110 kilos or 120 kilos? He sat on top of me for 15 minutes today. My body's broken.
Because what it is, Katie, there's the Catch 22 Jiu-Jitsu, which is Sean Voss, so under Real Grappling. Obviously just opened up, I think it was a couple of months ago. They were
up in Brecon, They were up in Brecon. He's been up in Brecon maybe a couple of years. I can't remember.
A couple of years,
Went up to Brecon a few times and trained, obviously, a new kind of gym in town. Well, it's only 20 minutes up the road.
Yeah.
Jumped up, you know, people, black belt guy and that. Go up and have a wee roll and that. And he's really knowledgeable, knows his stuff and that. And he's opened up in Dundee, so brilliant. Yeah. He seems to have got a good bunch of guys involved.
Yeah, the level's good. I mean, you've got Chris Hayes, who's been on Grapple Fest, and a number of other sub-only events all over the UK. You've got Patrick Rowan, multiple IBJJF champion. Do you know what I mean?
Paddy the Sandbagger.
Paddy the Sandbagger, yeah. He's been a blue belt for about 12 years. Do you know what I mean? So, but,
good.
That must be what, 4 years? Blue belt?
No, I think I got my blue belt before him. He got it maybe a few months after me, 6 months after me. I think it was just maybe the beginning of 2019.
Right, okay.
So 19, 20,
we always wind them up.
3 years. It's only been really 3 years, but then COVID kind of, you know, do you take that year to 2 year and a half into consideration?
Yeah. But they were all training in Adam Hill's garage.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
they've been training.
Never stop.
We don't talk about those things.
Stoomboy, you just stuck there, man.
Listen, they did it. Remember their posts every day.
Snitches get stitches.
Yeah,
but no, listen, Katie, every day these guys would go and train during lockdown, and they would post, "Oh, we were training, we were doing this, we were doing that." There was a load of them. They all turned up at this garage. and they were all brilliant. Every single one of them now, you're looking and you're seeing they're all hitting IBJJF goals and double goals, quad goals, all at IBJJF comps. Do you know what I mean? So
they're doing well. They're good bunch of guys, eh?
Young kids, man. These guys are like, what, 20, 21, 22 and so on. And Paddy can't be that much heavy. He must be around about your weight now.
He's 85, yeah, around about the same weight. You always got a good roll. Paddy, you don't know, he wasn't there the day. Must have shot it. He knew I was coming. Never turned up.
Well, he passed his driving test. So they were driving about.
I'd be cruising about, you know.
So, but it's good to have, I mean, that level, especially at Dundee. Because we know Dundee's got a very, very good level MMA and grappling anyway, right?
Yeah.
To have this added in to give it a little bit more where people can go and train. So it's definitely beneficial for obviously you and your MMA training.
Yeah, it's really good just to go down. Normally, be down a few Sundays, this Sunday, last Sunday, and before and that. No, it's good even just to get in with different guys. You know what I mean? Different boys, and they've got something different for you and whatnot. So, no, it's good, and it's always tough. And only people that train at 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning are the boys that are wanting to train. You know what I mean? It's like nobody turns up to training at 10 on a Sunday. Over or fucking that.
And they've always got a good few numbers in the gym as well at 10 o'clock the Sunday morning.
Yeah,
there was always
8 or 9 it was the day, and Sean was rolling as well, so it was good.
Yeah.
Oh, 7-minute timer and just roll for 2 hours, eh?
That's awesome, man. That's what you want. That's what you want, do you know what I mean? So definitely. So Frazer, then, for you then, obviously anybody you want to shout out to. So I've got my fucking list.
Your wife?
I've got my list because you know what happened the last time? I forgot about it. I forgot to mention people, and I'm getting stick, and I'm getting this. So I've got my list here. Yeah, obviously my wife. You know, big shout out to my wife. She looks after all my meals, puts up with my shit. You know what I mean? And biggest fan. You know, she's got to be my biggest fan. My wife and the kids and all that. You know, brilliant. Obviously, coaches George, Chris, Ben, Romy. So all the coaches up at Results. You know about them. They're just brilliant. You know, strength and conditioning coach Carl and Lee Ritchie. Every morning we go at 5:45 every morning. We're at the gym training, doing the strength and conditioning. Obviously, working full time, we didn't have that luxury of being able to train during the day. So we get in early, get that done. He's there every morning without fail. You know what I mean? Brilliant. It's like without having him there, it would just be the motivation. Like I can't let him down. He can't let me down. Who else? Yeah, obviously train up at Origin as well. Origin Jiu-Jitsu up in Dundee. I've not put loads of work in the gi this training camp. But yeah, Grant up at Origin, and obviously all the guys up there, and Sean up at Catch 22, and all the guys up there, and obviously all my teammates up at Results Gym.
Well done.
So I've got everybody on the list. So.
We've lost Stoom here, I think.
Stoom's jumped he's had enough.
He's had enough, yeah, with the long list of thank yous. Have you got any sponsors, Frazer?
No, not at the moment. I've not got any sponsors or that just now. Sometimes I do get sponsors, you know, each fight and that, but...
So you're available?
Yeah, I'm available. Anybody wanting to sponsor us, I'm here, you know.
Amazing.
One of those ones, I didn't do it for the money. You know what I mean? If I get a sponsor, I get a sponsor. I'm not going to hunt for them like I know some guys are training full time and they need the sponsors to pay for the training and you know and such like that. But if anybody wants to sponsor me, I'm here.
Cool. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great night. It's actually on the same night as Cage Warriors Academy Southeast as well. And because I'm here, it's the first Cage Warriors Academy Southeast show I haven't been to in years and years. So I'm going to miss it, but I'm going to be watching both pay-per-views side by side.
Man. That's dedication. You're on holiday watching the fight and coming interviewing people and all that. That's
well, I'm really sad to be missing it. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm buzzing that you've got another fight straight after that as well. Like, how many are you trying to get in?
Well, there's one more thing as well. You know, obviously, There's Stoom must. That's the echo back. Stoom must.
Yeah, you brought the echo back with you, Stoom.
You know what it was? My phone's overheating, right? So I'm going to leave you.
Overheating in Scotland.
In Scotland, listen, the weather's fantastic in Scotland today. It's better than Cancun.
Better than Cancun.
So, well, listen, I love you and leave you because I let it go away and sort this phone out. But Frazer, we'll catch up with you soon, buddy, all right?
Yeah, I'll see you. But I still can't believe that you're going up to the Angus grappling comp and not coming down to Wales with the boys. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Do you know what? I got stick about this earlier to Patty. Patty's like,
I watched his interview and I was like, I know. Stoom's not coming. He's coming with us.
So, but let's enjoy it anyway. But I'll catch up with you soon anyway, buddy.
Brilliant. We'll see you when you've got a new phone.
Yeah. Well, I'll wrap this up then on Stoom's behalf. But I'm buzzing that you got this other fight as well. So any more that you've got lined up, or how far are we trying to take this, Frazer?
Yeah. Me, it was actually quite funny. One of my pals was around yesterday at the party and he's like, Frazer, you only told me that you were going to have one fight and then you got beat, and then you said, oh, just going to have one more to get the win. He says, you're like 11 fights in now. I was like, I'm just going to have one pro fight. I'm just going to have one pro fight. And he's like, that's what you fucking always say. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. We'll just see what happens.
It would be a shame to have put in all of these amateur fights and it be going so well. It feels like Stoom said, your last fight was probably your best performance. You seem like you're the most confident you've ever been in your skills and just everything. It would be a shame to come this far and not at least try on the smaller gloves, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I know. But it's one of those ones. I've not got the good looks as it is, if you get kneed and elbowed in the head.
The other side of that is though, you get to knee and elbow in the head,
but yeah, it will happen, you know what I mean? But this year, so we've got obviously these two fights. That was a goal. Try and get on some sort of Cage Warriors show, fight abroad, fight down south, fight abroad. So that's chalked off. So on top's on December the 10th. So I think I might want to go on there.
Oh, amazing! Yeah.
And, there's the Camille, can't pronounce his second name. Camille from High Level. We fought a few years ago. He just won the middleweight title. I'm the only guy in Scotland that's I'm coming for that belt. We need match 10th of December. We need match 10th of December on top. Let's do it.
Oh my goodness, we've got a call out for the title as well. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, Frazer, that sounds like an absolute plan. I hope everything goes really well with this fight and the rest of camp for the next one. And you're basically in fight camp constantly at the moment. It's not even camp. It's just
So that's the kind of plan. You know what I mean? James Lake set it up. You know what I mean? Get it set up. 10th of December, middleweight title. Me and Camille. Why not?
We need to, me and Stoom will tag this under the interview as well, so on top see it and know that you're looking for that fight. It's going to be amazing. But best of skill for next Saturday.
Yeah.
Going into enemy territory and not giving a fly-in. I love it.
Let's do it. You know what I mean?
Have a good journey down there and a great performance to you, Frazer.
Can't wait. I'm buzzing. Can't wait.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.